The Consumer Barometer of Renewable Energy has been published annually since 2011 and is based on a sample of more than 1,000 Swiss consumers. It is representative based on gender, age, geographical location, and political orientations, among other criteria. The sample was drawn from an online panel of more than 100,000 active panelists, and the data was collected in January of this year. We also observed increased confidence on a carbon phase-out for Switzerland. This was highlighted by the fact that while in 2015, 53% of the respondents thought we would never be able to do without fossil fuels, this share significantly dropped this year at 33%. The strongest support comes from the youngest share of the respondents, those below 30, while those 30 to 44 have the lowest approval rate at 56%. According to Swiss Energy, in Switzerland, 56% of residential heating is still done with oil and gas. And the country has the highest proportion of oil heating systems in Europe. In our survey this year, we find that a slight majority of the population think that this should change, as 54% would support or rather advocate for a ban on oil heating. We further find that homeowners seem to be ready to play their part. Only 2% of them would consider replacing their current heating system with an oil heating installation. Of course, the actual decision may be influenced by different factors. For example, if a defective oil heating system needs to be replaced quickly, the status quo often remains. In this year's survey, we also find that electric mobility is gaining momentum. Among those who are interested in buying a car in the next 5 years, 51% of them would choose an electric car as their first or second choice. This could help speed up the energy transition, as passenger cars alone count for almost a quarter of Switzerland's carbon emission. But while we find a significant interest in e-mobility, knowledge gaps still persist. Various life cycle assessments have shown that in Switzerland, thanks to its low carbon electricity mix, electric cars have clearly lower emissions than equivalent gas or diesel cars. But in our survey, we find that 40% of the respondents do not think that electric cars make a significant contribution in reducing CO2 emissions.